when a veteran cannot separate the rest of his life from what he did in the military, that is when they go into isolation. That is when they feel that they do not and cannot understand what society is. That is what leads to veteran suicide. And I mean that. But what if we don't have to be that way? Welcome to the Vet Rise podcast. I'm your host, Juan Perez. My goal is to make success after service accessible to every veteran in society. I believe in the power of leveraging your service, not as a label that defines you, but as a launching pad for your next chapter. What we have been doing has not been working, and it's on us to start changing the culture. Enjoy the episode, and thank you for your time. There are no rules. You don't have to follow any set of rules when you get out. You don't have to be a type of veteran. There are no rules. The game has changed. Changing? Is that a word? The game has changed. Welcome to another episode of Vet Rise Podcast. Yesterday, I was scrolling on social media, and I came upon a man that I used to know by the name of Don Meyer. I'm going to get his name wrong. Let me look it up real quick. So I knew him from Vet TV. And obviously he had a pseudonym that he was using when he was making the Vet TV videos. But he had a different name that he was using on social media. And the reason why this is relevant is because I found this video yesterday, and he has completely reinvented himself. And one of the videos that he talked about was that he wanted to reinvent himself. He wanted to sell Vet TV, and he wanted to change who he was. He wanted to be a rapper, a dancer, and just be completely free of his past life. And I freaking love that. I love that so much because you don't have to be a certain type of veteran. You don't have to do the same stuff. You don't have to go into a certain profession. You don't have to be a vet bro, right? You don't have to be a certain way just because you think you have to be a certain way. Donnie O'Malley. So Donnie O'Malley was a pseudonym. His actual name, if I'm not mistaken, let me see if I can find it right here. Donnie O'Malley. And I think his real name, I'm not going to find it right now. I think Donnie O'Malley is his real name. And Danny Diaz Meyer, I'm probably mispronouncing it, is his actual name. So I found him on social media yesterday, and I was like, God damn, this guy did it. Like, he has decided that he wants to be different, and he's actively doing it on social media, and I think it is so amazing. I love that. Why? Because I'm following that path, and I'm continuously doing this, guys. This isn't an evolution that happens once. It's a reset that you keep resetting your baseline, your standard. Like, what you want to do, what you believe is acceptable, and what you believe is acceptable has nothing to do with what you believe the world will accept. It's about who you want to be. So there are no rules. You can be who you want to be. And this episode is just talking about that. You don't have to rock the 511s. You don't have to wear your unit t-shirt all the time. You don't have to tell everybody that you are a veteran. Trust me. They will know by the way that you carry yourself. But you can get out of the military, and you can decide to have nothing to do with the military. And it doesn't mean that you hate the military, but it was just a chapter of your life. Now, I get it. Once a Marine, always a Marine, right? I get it. We get out of the military, and it's our pride and joy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand, the more that you do that, the more that you cling to your past and what you did in the military, the harder it is to reinvent yourself. The harder it is to find out who you want to be. Put yourself out there. Try something new. Try something that you've never done before. You might enjoy it. You might love it. And he's posting about all these raves and everything that he's doing. And I love that because he does not give a fuck about what people think about him. And he didn't before. But now it's just in a different way. He was one of my inspirations a long time ago for just really diving into the culture aspect of understanding what the military did for you. And if we think about it, he started Vet TV. He started the Irreverent Warriors. He's the reason why we do the Silky Hike. And he explained military culture. And a lot of people could think that, well, that means that he knows nothing but the military. That's all that he cares about, right? This guy is all about veterans. And a lot of people say that about me. But the thing is, it's not that I'm only about the military, but I reinvent myself all the time. I am finding out who I am. I wear whatever I want. And I don't care what people say about me. And it's because of that that I can talk about my time in the military. I can talk about the issues that I had before because that path is one that I'm continuously changing. I change my trajectory fairly often because I want to keep aiming for more. I want to keep making sure that I am not getting tired of it. I want to keep making sure that I'm not getting complacent. I want to keep making sure that I am not aiming at something that is within reach because if I reach it, what's next? So this is my encouragement to you to tell you there are no rules. Be who you want to be. Wear what you want to wear. Love who you want to love. Dress how you want to dress. Go into whatever career field you want to go into. Find out what inspires you. I want to encourage you guys to treat the military the same way that most civilians treat their time in college. Yeah, I know that triggered a lot of you right now, right? Like, well, it's not the same. I know it's not the same. It's very different. But what is college? Something that is formative for people where they get an education, they obtain a certain culture that they have to leave eventually, right? Military. It's very formative. You obtain a certain set of skills, and then you have to leave that culture eventually as well. Who says that it can't be similar? Who says that you can't do things that you've never done before? You do not have to only treat the military as that is your only pride and joy. You can do more. So give yourself permission to try on the new outfit, to dress differently, to do something else, to step out of your comfort zone. You don't have to just use military time. You don't have to just hang out with veterans. You don't have to just talk about the military all the time. And here's my commitment. I am stepping out more and more and more, and I will be more opinionated because you know what? Fuck the norm. Fuck the idea that we have to be a certain way. You don't have to be that way when you get out. That way is the reason we are having all the issues that we are having. When a veteran cannot separate the rest of his life from what he did in the military, that is when they go into isolation. That is when they feel that they do not and cannot understand what society is. That is what leads to veteran suicide. And I mean that. But what if we don't have to be that way? What if we can get out of the military, take all the skills that we've learned, translate them, evolve them, change them, use them the right way? What if we can look forward to being out? What if we can let go of the baggage? What if we can control the ego, turn into confidence, not arrogance? What if we don't have to be vet bros? What if we don't have to be assholes? What if we can actually learn something from a 20-something-year-old, from civilians? I think that there is an issue with most veterans, and I do mean most veterans. Now, you're going to come from me in the comments, and you're going to tell me, well, this is not me. Wonderful, great, I applaud you. But are you sure? Because if this triggers you, if you have to defend yourself, if you feel like this is for you and you are being targeted by me, well, are you really being honest with yourself? Because if you are being honest with yourself, you might realize that there is some of this that applies to you. And that's okay. That's okay. I do what I do and I say what I say, not because I don't believe in you, but because I believe in you so much that I know that you can do something else. I know that there's more for you. There is life after the service. And don't get me wrong. Most of you know this, but I made every mistake in the book. I was an asshole. I became a cop. I went through 2 divorces. I drank all the time. I got fat. I did all of that. And I had to unbecome a lot of that. And it's a daily process. So I'm telling you right now, this is my commitment to being more me than ever before. I don't love my time in the military. I love my life. I enjoyed my time in the military. It was formative. I am proud of it. I was a scout sniper. Fucking cool. And I'm proud of it. You can tell. Where is it? Right there. And I was also a cop, right? But I'm developing who I am. So that is there because it is a reminder of what I'm capable of. But that's not the reminder of what I'm doing in my life. I have pictures of my kids all over my house. I have a vision board of what I'm trying to build. I serve my clients with the understanding that this is not about what they've done. This is about what they are doing and what they want to do. What is in the future for you? Fucking want more. Don't feel like you are only limited to your past because of what you've done. You should be proud of it. But don't let that be the only thing you talk about. Don't let veterans be the only people you hang out with. I think that we get out, we have problems adapting to society, and therefore we have to reason it by talking about how bad society is and how veterans are better and how when I was in the military and this. Motherfucker, you are the reason why you are having a hard time. Because you keep isolating. You want to separate yourself from society. You draw this line in the sand as if it is you versus them. And it is not. You are in society now. What do you expect? And now you might think that my words are harsh, but you see, these are the words that I needed to hear. And I still need to hear them every day. And seeing Danny, as he goes by, let me double check that because I saw his page and I thought it was freaking awesome. Let me find them real quick because I want to make sure. Yeah, it's Danny Diaz. Go follow him. Yeah, it's Danny Diaz. I love it. Man, I'm so proud of you, brother. Seeing Danny Diaz continue to evolve, provide so much value for veterans through Vet TV, but not be tied to the idea that that is all that he is, inspires the fuck out of me. I don't know if you've noticed this, but the Vet Rise podcast doesn't have a bunch of camouflage. It's not green, right? And nothing wrong, nothing against the podcasts and the groups that are like that. But that's not my staple. That's not my branding. I have different colors that I fucking love. Orange, black, white. That's what's on my website, right? But it's not all military camouflage and camo. Why? Because I am more than that. I want to attract more than that. I don't want people to think that that's the only thing that they can do and the coolest thing that they did because they have more left to do in life. Give yourself permission to find out who the fuck you are. Dress however you want to dress. Do the things that you want to do. Hang out with whoever you want to hang out with. Try new things. Do stand-up. Do jiu-jitsu. Go to a play. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Ain't nothing wrong with vulnerability. It is a freaking superpower. It doesn't mean you are not dangerous and you can't do things if you need to, but stop looking for the fight. Stop drawing in chaos by being someone that creates chaos. Stop drinking all the time. Stop being an asshole. Be a good human being. That's all that it takes. So this is a short episode. I had a little bit of time today, and I just wanted to put this together and tell you, be whoever you want to be. You do not have to only hang out with veterans. You don't have to dress a certain way. You don't have to go into a certain profession. Get out of the military and let that be a formative time of your life, but double down on the fact that you want to do more in your life. You want to find out what is out there. You want to truly enjoy every freaking day that you wake up and you get to breathe the fresh air and feel the freaking blood pumping through your heart and be excited for the day. If this hits for you, if this resonates with you, I would love to see your comments on it. I would love to hear more from you. I'm so excited for what's next for me because I'm not done. I'm just getting started, baby. All right, that's it. That's all I have. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye, everybody. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the Vet Rise podcast. If today's episode inspired you, made you think, or simply gave you hope, I have a small favor to ask. Share it with just one veteran or someone you think could benefit from my message. Your share could light a spark for them. You don't know who you might save. For more insights and to join our mission, follow my socials at JP the Veteran Coach and explore how we can rise together. Thank you for joining us, for being part of this journey, and for believing in the power of rising together. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep rising, and never forget that we are stronger together. My name is Juan Perez, and thank you for your time.